Short on time, but still want to make some art? I've got you. These 5 books are like creative espresso shots. They're quick, they're playful, and honestly, they really pack a punch. One of them even had me creating the cutest illustrations in just like minutes. And this was of a subject that I typically avoided drawing because it was so stressful and took me so long. All of these books are perfect if you only have 10 or 15 minutes, but you want that creative win. Like, yeah, I made something today. Okay, let's get into it. So we are kicking things off with a book that literally puts time on your side, and that is 15-Minute Art Drawing by Jessica Smith. This book was literally created with busy people in mind. So if you only have 10 or 15 minutes and you really want to create something and have that accomplished feeling, this book is definitely for you. Each project in this book is very small. I would say they're like little mini bite-sized art projects. And they focus on simple techniques that feel super doable and really meet you where you're at. What I love about this book is that it doesn't waste time explaining a ton of theory and things like that. You really just get creating right away, which I love. The exercises in this book are very confidence boosting. Like even if you don't know how to draw or you're not that comfortable with sketching, she provides the sketches in the back of the book so you can just trace them and get to rendering right away. The book also covers a wide range of subject matter like plants, animals, scenes, still life, even people. This book is excellent to keep on your desk or your coffee table because it definitely encourages you to open it and will get you creating art like right away. The next book on my list I love because it is like not about chasing perfection, and it's more about like letting go and getting into the flow of creating artwork. And it's fast. Like that's one of the things that surprised me most about this book was how quickly I was getting the projects done. And the book is Go With The Flow Painting by Marwin. This book is awesome because it teaches you to celebrate the happy accidents, the like unexpected color blooms and backruns, and instead of like trying to control watercolor and everything that it is, it really encourages you to let go and lean into the natural flow that watercolor is. I personally love this book because it celebrates the happy accidents that come along with using a medium like watercolor. Things that you would normally be like, oh, like I hate this. I want to stop this from happening. It really teaches you to let go of control, relax, and just lean into the wonderful watercolor flow. The exercises in this book are fast, intuitive, and like honestly kind of addicting. Like I said, once you do one and you realize how quickly you can finish a project, you just keep like wanting to go on to the next project. And all along the way, Omar is teaching you really valuable and core fundamentals of watercolor and even a little bit of like ink and line work. What really blew my mind about this book was like how fast the projects come together. If you follow Omar on social media, you may be like amazed at how quickly one little brushstroke will make everything come together and make sense. And she really translates that in this book. Like some of the projects you only need to do like 6 brushstrokes and you have ice cream cones that are perfect and so cute. This book really taught me a new way to like approach watercolor in general. And I love that Marwin kind of reminds us that less is more. And sometimes the best things happen when we just get out of our own way. It's helped me loosen up, let go of control, and honestly fall back in love with just making marks with my brush. The next book on this list like really took me by surprise. And I feel like I shouldn't be so surprised because it says change your life in the title, but I didn't actually expect it to change my life. And it's called Change Your Life One Doodle at a Time by the lovely Sally Sundell. So this book is not about mastering perfect drawing techniques or creating a like perfect end result. Really, I feel like it's more of like an illustrative diary. It's full of gentle prompts that kind of ease you into drawing and doodling and invites you to reflect and like notice little things and draw from your life. Like literally. It's part book, part illustrative journal, and somehow it makes drawing feel really safe. Like, you don't have to prove anything or make anything extravagant. You kind of just have to show up with a pen and it's like, see what comes out today. Sometimes I feel like this book is like gently nudging me, reminding me to slow down, look around at my life, and kind of record what's happening in it, but through my own little illustrative lens. So if you're someone who's really short on time and you only have like 1 to 2 minutes to create something and get that little creativity for the day in, like this is your book. An unexpected bonus of this book that I really didn't see when I bought it, because I was just like, oh, I just want to find something to doodle and like play around with. But honestly, this book is really helping me find my own organic style and voice. And I feel like that's because when you doodle, like, you're not looking up reference photos, you're not like trying to emulate a style or something. You're genuinely just doing whatever is in your heart and like whatever's in your head when you think of a subject, like a pear or an apple. Like, how would I draw a book? How would I draw a cloud? And I feel like that's unexpectedly really helped me find my own style, which is a very big bonus for such a little book. So the next book on my list completely changed the way I feel about drawing animals. And honestly, in the past, animals were something that I avoided drawing because they always seemed so difficult and like never ended up how I wanted them to. I would spend hours studying anatomy and little details like how to render fur, only to end up with these illustrations that I honestly didn't like. And then one day I came across this book. It's called How to Draw Almost Every Animal by Chika Miyata. And the way that she teaches you how to draw animals, like, is the opposite of painstaking and difficult. It is just simple, follow along, step-by-step illustrations that feel so approachable and like achievable that you can't help but do a ton of them. And that's one of the things that I love about this book is that it is fast. The projects take like a minute to 2 minutes to do each. And honestly, like, I filled this entire spread in my sketchbook in probably about 8 minutes. This book completely lowered my resistance to drawing animals and honestly took the pressure completely off. And instead of like gritting my teeth in stress when I would try and draw animals, it had me just like giggling and laughing the entire time because the animal illustrations that she draws in the book are like so imperfectly perfect and adorable that I just like found myself giggling and laughing the entire time and like drawing the most wonky, adorable animals. This book actually gave me the confidence to feel like I could draw animals moving forward. And I even decided to take on a month-long drawing challenge where I sketched a different animal each day. So if you're someone who has struggled with drawing animals in the past, this book is definitely for you. Or if you're just someone who wants to fill a sketchbook spread full of adorable little animals or want a little warm up in the morning, this book is also really awesome. Because it's not just an animal drawing book, but it's also a huge confidence booster. All right, we have arrived to the last book on my list, and honestly, I'm kind of sad because I have so many more books that I want to share with you, but we're just going to start at 5 today because I don't want this to be an hour-long video. And this book brings so much joy to my creative practice. And I shouldn't be surprised because it's literally called Painting Happiness. And it is by the author and illustrator Terry Runyon, which she is known on Instagram and YouTube as like the cat lady. She like she paints a lot of adorable, cute cats on heads. And so when I got this book, I was like a little surprised at how light the copy side is. Like, there isn't a ton of instruction and step-by-steps. Yet somehow it really grew on me because every project was so simple, but I felt like I was learning so much. And Like I said, if you are short on time, you only need 10 to 15 minutes to do the projects that are in this book. One of the things I love most about this book is how Terry leaves a lot of space for your own style to come through and your own imagination. Like, she gives you the projects and the steps, but then at the same time, she just leaves so much room and creative space for you to do your own thing and explore and experiment. Even if you're like, Sam, watercolor's not really my medium, I would strongly urge you to give this book a try because it is very beginner friendly. It doesn't ask a lot of you technique-wise, yet somehow you still end up just having a blast doing the projects from this book. Actually, I had so much fun doing one of the projects from this book that I had to turn it into its own sketchbook playdate. So if you want to go ahead and paint with me and get a little sample of what this book is all about, you can go ahead and check that video out. I'll be sure to link it at the end of this video. So there you have it. That's 5 art books that respect your time and fuel your creativity. So whether you have 5 minutes or 15 minutes, these books are sure to meet you wherever you're at and for sure get you creating something today. Because creativity doesn't need to take a bunch of time to be super impactful and really meaningful. Let me know in the comments which book you are most excited about, and if you have any of these books, please share your thoughts on them. I would love to hear what you think of them, or like what your favorite projects are, all that stuff. Like, I'm just here to talk art stuff, and I'm super excited to hear from you. And if you want more artsy goodness and sketchbook fun, be sure to subscribe so we can hang out and make some fun art together. All right, that's all I have for you guys today. See you in the next video. Bye!